We are Anka. Stay tuned for updated real news.
Hello, Anka Daily News viewers. We continue to bring you all the hot developments of Russia-Ukraine war. And as you know, the war is in full swing, and this conflict, which is closely followed by international politics, seems to be affecting Europe in a short time. European countries, which already had security concerns due to the ongoing war, had increased their defense investments. However, Russia continues its aggressive behavior without paying attention to these reactions. The first step of European countries against the Russian aggression was to support Ukraine, and European countries have contributed greatly to the arms supplied to Ukraine. European countries have also provided a great deal of support in the terms of intelligence. Ukrainian intelligence is developing various strategies to intercept the plans and projects of the Russian army. Personnel in the various parts of Europe and Russia are making a significant effort in the flow of information to Ukraine. And these days, when information turns into power, important reactions are emerging from Europe. As in his previous statements, French President Emmanuel Macron is discussing the agenda of the sending troops to Russia, and according to information obtained in the past days, the French army will seriously deploy troops to Ukraine. There was a big shock after this incredible news emerged, and the French army's sending troops to the front line had been on the agenda before, and Russia had stated that it would consider this move as a declaration of war, and this means that the conflict is brewing between Russia and France. In the midst of these scandalous allegations, both sides are continuing their offensives to increase their war gains. And the other day, the Ukrainian army launched a new attack against the Russian Navy, and this attack caused serious damage to the Russian Navy. Since the beginning of the war, Russia has been losing pieces of its navy in the harbor one by one and adding this new loss to its list. Ukrainian army units reported that they will continue to destroy Russian targets, and there has been no statements from the Russian military yet. Now, if you're ready, let's examine and analyze the latest developments together. But before moving on to our report, I should make a small reminder. As Anka Daily News team, we continue to bring you the latest developments in Russia-Ukraine war, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that you don't miss our daily reports and explanations. You know that I also read all of your comments on our videos, so please continue to share your ideas about our content in the comments section and tell us about the content that you would like to see on our channel. Let's start if you're ready. Anka Daily News reports. So, new footage released over the past day reveals the operation of the naval drones against the Russian ships in Ukraine's latest incursions into Crimea. And the footage details the attack in Moscow-controlled Crimea. The Ukrainian military often documents and publicizes its actions on the battlefield, and the footage of this latest attack was quickly viewed by thousands of people. According to statements from the Ukrainian officials following the attack, and a special unit of the Ukraine's military intelligence, known as the Group 13, used crewless surface ships to destroy 2 Russian patrol boats, and these operations had once again demonstrated how effectively the Ukrainian military uses unmanned weapons technologies and what kind of gains it has achieved with these technologies. Ukraine's military officials had noted how such technologies can change the course of the warfare and that more similar attacks could be carried out in future. In a short video clip released by Ukraine's military intelligence service, at least 1 Russian boat is seen under attack by the helicopter, and the footage recorded with night vision cameras includes the moments just before at least 1 unmanned naval vehicle crashes into a stationary vessel and a ship firing towards the incoming drones. Such details show how planned and coordinated the attack was. Ukraine's military intelligence agency said that the Russian forces used various means of defense against the naval drones targeting Western Crimea. And these defenses include fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, and small arms. Ukraine frequently uses Maguara V-5 maritime attack drones to launch strikes against the Russian assets in Crimea, and these drones have gained the reputation for successful strikes against the Russian ships in the Black Sea and are considered a demonstration of Ukraine's military capabilities. The Ukrainian army is attracting attention with its operations using unmanned aerial vehicles, both from the air and from the sea. Military experts praise Ukraine's success in this field. In particular, the attacks against the Russian Navy have demonstrated how effective the Ukrainian army is. And as a result of these attacks, Russia's Black Sea fleet suffered significant losses. The high cost of the lost ships has dealt a major blow to the Russian economy, which in turn has negatively affected Russia's military capacity. While the Ukrainian army continues its attacks, remarkable developments are taking place in Europe. France, which has recently come to the fore with its harsh statements against Russia, has taken a new step and attracted attention. According to reports in the French press, France plans to send military trainers to Kiev in the coming days to train the Ukrainian army, and this step is considered as a concrete indicator of France's support for Ukraine. According to reports, Ukraine's top commander, General Alexander Syrsky, signed documents authorizing France to send military infrastructures to train Ukrainian forces, and this development reveals France's determination to increase its military support to Ukraine. France's move is aimed at raising the level of training of Ukraine's army and making it more effective on the battlefield. It was emphasized that France's primary goals is to allow the Ukrainian army to train its own personnel and to provide them with training support in this process. It is particularly noteworthy that France, together with its NATO allies, has trained more than 100,000 Ukrainian soldiers since Russia launched its large-scale invasion in February 2022. The fact that this training was carried out within the European Union is an important detail showing France's determination on this issue. Shortly after the statements of the Ukrainian chief of the General Staff, Syrsky, the Ukrainian Defense Ministry issued a statement saying that Kiev was continuing negotiations with France and other countries on this issue, and this signals that France's military support to Ukraine will continue. The military trainers that France will send to Ukraine in the near future will focus on demining operations, and the equipment required for this training will be provided by Ukraine's and European Western allies. French President Emmanuel Macron has repeatedly expressed his insistence and determination on the possibility of sending ground troops to Ukraine in the international arena, and these developments are an indication that France's military and strategic support for Ukraine will continue. But what do you think? What do you think about Ukraine's neutralization of the Russian ships despite Russia's latest technological advances and defense systems? How might Ukraine's advances in drones and robotic warfare technologies shape the future of the strategies? And how do you think Ukraine's resistance strategies affect Russia's war plans? Let me know in the comments, because you know that I read and I care a lot about all of your comments.